intro wanted to start acting janky, but we all.
Oh, it's janky, but anyway.
What
Everybody
happening?
was happening. It's your boy Wildcard Mar in the building. Of course, I am streaming live from North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Detroit Mail still on location in the glove. He in the dirty
What
D.
up, though?
In the hometown, still getting money though. Still getting money. But everybody, thank you for sure. Gotta get them ends. And shit. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the I.O.W. Sports.
Right.
Thursday episode 63. God willing, we are here and happy to be here. So it's happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Matter of fact, I hope everybody's having a great week.
Right.
But man, what's up, big bro? How's life treating you down in the glove right now, man?
It's doing all right, man. Doing all right out here trying to make this money.
Yeah, bro.
Don't never stop doing that. A grind.
Always gotta keep on hustling.
I stay on my grind like that chick last night.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about that, but
my bad.
Yay. Anyway,
back to the sports.
Yeah. Anyway, everybody, y'all going over to the website www.ioftenwonder19.com. That is the website that you can find out all the social platforms that you can find anything I.O.W. network related, from Spotify, right. Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all that. It's all on there, all the information. Of course, you can always find out and go to the Patreon, donate. It helps us out. It helps us get better equipment so we can keep producing great shows for you guys, better content. And then most importantly, y'all can go cop some merch. We got shirts. We got hoodies. You see the hoodie on Detroit Mail right there. It said the I.O.W. with the I.O.W. But most importantly, everybody, go to your respective app store. Right. If you are an Apple or iOS user, go on over to the Apple store. If you are a Google or Android user, go on over to the Google Play Store. Download the I.O.W. Network app. You can see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now. I.O.W. No space, network. Type it in like that. I'm telling you, that app will rise up. And then you can tune in to the sports show right now. And it's important that you get the app, because in hour number 2, we will be streaming exclusively on the I.O.W. Network radio app. So go get the app. It's important. Now that we got all the house cleaning and the promotional and the plug shit out the way, let's get down what we all came to do today.
Let's get it.
We came to talk some sports, y'all.
Yep.
And we got to start with the biggest thing that happened last night. Ice cold. Woo! Ice cold. Trae Young them young Atlanta Hawks down 26. Came back in game 5, took the victory 109-106 over the hapless Philadelphia 76ers, taking a 3-2 series lead, pushing the 76ers to the brink of elimination. Big bro, how did that happen? How does this happen?
Shit, I don't know, man. That's Trae Young. I think, but like I said before, man, when you look at game 4, when they lost game 4, and how Embiid was looking.
Yeah.
Like I said at the very beginning, you should have arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
Now it seems like it's catching up to him. He's losing the ball out of bounds, and missing layups, missing dunks, and and it just seemed like it's catching up to him, man. Like they should have arrested him when they had the chance to arrest him.
Yeah.
Because it's not to downplay the effort that Atlanta put in, or downplay Atlanta at all. But you really gonna need him, to face Brooklyn.
Hey, they got to get past Atlanta first.
I'm just saying.
They got to get there first.
I'm just saying. That's why I say not to downplay them. But I'm saying if they'd arrested him,
mm-hmm.
and then go on to this, and they advance to the next series rather, they really gonna need a healthy Embiid.
Oh yeah, they're gonna
Now,
have to
if they get out of this series and he limps into the next series,
he ain't gonna be worth
it
nothing.
ain't gonna be worth nothing. And that's
Yeah,
when you gonna really need him is at the conference finals and the finals.
I hear you. I hear you.
So yeah, I just think that was just poor decision making on 76, and I just hope it don't come back to bite them.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm looking at this twofold. I'm gonna start with the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one guy in particular that I was waiting to make his presence in this series.
Mm-hmm.
And that is our good old buddy, Mr. Magic City Lemon Pepper Lou. Lou Williams pretty much kicked off that run. Came off the bench, finally made his presence known, and literally started that run to make the comeback. And I'm like, oh, I've been waiting for you, Lou. I've been waiting for you, Lemon Pepper. I've been waiting for you. I thought he was still stuck at Magic City because I was like, I ain't seen him in the series. Is he still? Is he still at the titty bar?
Right.
Is he still getting
the
wings?
There was some good wings. Keep you out for a while.
Look, is he still getting the chicken wings? I was like, Lou, where are you?
Right.
Have you seen them? Tell me, have you seen him? And so I was like, finally, there he is. Mm-hmm. He put down the chicken wings and kicked the girl out of his lap and said, I gotta be a hero.
Right.
I can be your hero, baby. And he finally showed up and literally was the spark plug of that run.
What up, though, Kofi?
And by the time he finally got it going, Danilo Gallinari got going. Mm-hmm. Of course, Trae Young gonna get his. John Collins got going.
Right. It was just a team effort.
Yeah. And so, they started feeding off that energy and kept it going. And man, when I say that literally shows so much heart because it's still the Clippers. Oh, no. Don't you try to switch up on me, Kofi. We'll get to that in a second. I got something.
We talk Atlanta, but we're going to get to the Clippers.
Matter of fact, I got something for Kofi. I got something for you, ma'am. And Sincere, if your ass is hiding, you going to come back to this replay. I got something for all y'all. But anyway, you got to give Atlanta their credit. I'm not going to discredit them because this is 2 games in a row that they came from behind. Even in game 4, they were down, I think 16 or 18, did the same thing, got going, ended up pulling out the victory in Atlanta. So now game 5, they do the same thing, but they do it in Philly. Now you get to go home with a chance to end it.
Right.
A chance to end it.
Right.
Now let's look on the Philly side. Mm-hmm. Here's my issue. You got Joel Embiid. Yes, he got the double-double, 13 boards, even threw in 5 assists, 4 blocks, 2 steals, 37 points. His only help he had was Curry's brother, Seth Curry. Mm-hmm. I didn't see that coming. That man hit 7 threes, almost tied AI for the most threes in a playoff game with 8, but Seth had 7. He added 36 points. Here's the big problem. Right. Why is it that Joel Embiid and Seth Curry were the only 2 players in the 76ers uniform to score in the second half? Nobody else scored in the second half. Nobody else scored in the second half.
Right.
So when that happens, you can't expect to win.
Right.
And we've said about this too many times that Ben Simmons is eventually going to be a liability. He showed his liability last night. The man went 4 for 14 from the free throw line.
That's 4 for 14? Yeah, he need to work on that. That's ridiculous.
That's pathetic.
That's between him and Giannis. I don't know.
We'll kind of talk about it later, but I feel that both of them are in the same boat, but I will give Giannis some credit because he is aggressive to get to the paint. He's going to be aggressive.
Right.
But they're both liabilities, especially in crunch time. They're hacker Ben or hacker Giannis. I'm sending them to the free throw line. I'm gonna make you earn it from the free throw line.
Now I don't know if Atlanta gonna win the whole thing, but they bench was a big help, in that game 5. I give you that, Kofi, but I don't know they're gonna win the whole thing. I can't see Atlanta beating Brooklyn.
That's asking a lot.
Right.
That's asking a lot. And then also, Ben only took 4 shots. Is this man scared to shoot?
Have you seen the nigga shoot?
Well, honestly, his form don't look bad. I just don't. He's just not making it.
he just might be. He might be shell shot.
Something.
He might be. Well, I mean, he got a smaller person checking him. Take him to the hole.
Take him. Kill him.
Take him. Pick and roll. Take advantage of what you have. On your size and your strength.
Yeah.
That's what they need to do.
And here's another issue. If you're Ben Simmons, if you're not going to contribute on the offensive side, and you're supposed to be one of the premier defensive players, you better shut down Trae Young.
Right.
You still let him cook for 39 points. At
least slow him down.
Do something.
Something. Right.
Like my thing is you, Ben Simmons, contributed nothing. And I can't let Tobias Harris off the hook neither. I can't let Tobias Harris off the hook neither. You contributed.
Is terrible all around.
but Tobias Harris, I can't let you off the hook. You played 38 minutes and you chip in 4 points.
I mean, that's been his game all season. Up and down, not consistent.
Inconsistent.
You know what I'm saying? And now he was the wild card. I said anyway from the beginning of the series. Mm-hmm. If he can stay consistent, they should have a dang good chance to win the series. And what is he doing? Being inconsistent again.
And it's crazy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you have pointed out, you can't have just 2 people scoring on your team. Especially as you go further along in the process. It may be all right for the first round, but as you go higher and face better teams, all they have to do is just shut your 2 scorers or 1 scorer down. And that's it. And make the rest of them beat you.
Oh, breaking news. I got it. We'll get back to Philly, but this breaking news, we'll get over it. We'll talk about it in a second. So Rick Carlisle informs Mavericks owner Mark Cuban that he will not return next season as head coach. Just dropped right now.
Oh, wow.
So we'll touch more on that on hour 2, but that breaking news just came over my phone. So, all right. But back to Philly and Atlanta. Speaking of coaches, a lot of people are giving Doc Rivers a lot of slack tonight. They're giving a lot of slack today. Deserving. Right. But I don't want everybody to put all the slack on Doc because of his. I heard today this is like his 11th double-digit lead blown in the playoffs. That's a bad stat.
It's not good.
It's not good. But at one point, how much percentage of the blame you think Doc Rivers deserves? Because at the end of the day, he's not on the floor. He's not in the game. He's a coach. So,
right. I mean, but some of the blame goes to coaches in general based on how they manage the game.
True.
You know what I'm saying? As far as minutes, who they put in and out of the game, stuff like that. Starting lineup, all that stuff falls on the coach. No, they can't execute. No, they can he can put the plan together, but it's up to the player to execute. However, you have to, as a coach, recognize certain things in what's going on in the game. Recognize certain things in your team and in your players, and make those adjustments. If like we spoke about mismatches, if you recognize that you got a mismatch on one of your players, you exploit that mismatch. I mean, Popovich was good for that. Look at Belichick. It's a dip. That's football. He good at exploiting mismatches.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what makes a good coach. That's what makes you have to maximize all your opportunities as a coach. And you can take a go ahead.
Now, Kofi, I understand what you're saying. Sometimes it's not the coach, but and But I'm saying in this instance, because Doc has a lot of history of coaching teams that are blowing double-digit leads.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's beyond a trend. This is a habit.
Right.
You know, so I gotta say, oh, they're sincere. You came in on the right time, brother. You came in on the right time.
He said Ben Simmons' hand is broke. So is that nigga shot.
but look, I'm not gonna put all the blame on Doc, because at the end of the day, coaches coach, players play. So right. I'm gonna put majority of the blame on the players, because you can't have Embiid and Seth Curry the only players scoring in the second half.
That's true.
You just can't have that. But at the same time, just to piggyback on what you said, Mel, as a coach, what schemes are you coming up? What's your motivation? What are you doing to get your teams? But look, this is beyond a trend with Doc Rivers. This is a habit now. So, but speaking of Doc Rivers, he used to coach the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
And back on Monday's show, we had some interesting conversations.
Did we now?
And I normally don't pull receipts. But check this out.
I hear you. But I still don't think Utah Clippers got enough to beat them. I think a wobbling Donovan Mitchell can beat them too. You
really not feeling the Clippers.
I ain't feeling the Clippers at all. They're gonna have to prove it. They're gonna have to prove it to me. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to show me something. Or I am not convinced the Clippers can beat Utah. I think Donovan Mitchell on the crutch can beat them niggas.
Ooh. On the crutch? Ooh.
Hey, I stand by that nigga.
Right, male tripping. Hey, go on up to the room and knock him in the head. Knock him So, interesting. That Monday show was before Game 4. And I do quite remember that I said that the Clippers will win that game. And not only did they win that game, they managed to go without Kawhi Leonard and win another game. Explain yourself, Detroit man.
I will. How many games do you play in a series?
Oh, you play 7.
Okay, it ain't over with.
You play 7.
They will show their true cards. Mark my word. It's still the Clippers.
Damn, you.
Like, I'll stand firm on what I say. It's still the Clippers. I am not convinced.
Hey, you damn right, Kofi. I pulled the card. And since all 3 of you Negroes is in here that was giving me hell,
you are not gonna sell me no magic jumping beans.
No, damn that.
I'm keeping my cow. Still the Clippers.
Shout out to Kofi, one half of the Dirty Hills. Him and the good brother Bo. Shout out good brother Bo. So if you are wrestling fans, go check out the Dirty Hills podcast. If you are big wrestling fans, I'm telling you, a podcast is the shit. So go check them out. And then of course you can always check them out every Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the I.O.W. Radio Network app. That's why it's important to get the app, y'all. But my man Kofi, shouted us out. He already gave me an apology. It wasn't necessary, but I'm just saying, since the 3 of you Negroes are in here in the building right now, you Sincere and Kofi, I'm just going,
brush all you want.
Go
choke on that Kool-Aid. They lose the series.
Cheers. Hey, look. All I'm saying is
still the Clippers, nigga.
Hey, but they got the advantage now. They got the advantage.
Don't mean nothing.
Oh no, Sincere. Because you was on that gravy train with man. You was on that train with man. Fuck the Clippers. Fuck the Clippers. Look, you know me. I'm not a Clippers fan. Look, sincere, me and you are Laker heads. We LA. We the 17-time champs. I'm with you. But you got to give the Clippers some respect, dog.
They got to win the series for me to get that respect.
Look. Damn a playoff P, damn a pandemic P. Paul George was looking like Pacer P last night. He was looking like he was back in the Indiana Pacers uniform. He was playing like the Paul George in Indiana that got him the hype, that got him the big extension.
Right. He did look good.
So,
good. I give him that.
I didn't expect that without Kawhi. I thought the series was going to be done.
They just trying to help out Phoenix and go to Game 7 so they can rest. But
no, I don't think Kawhi's coming back. I think that's an ACL injury.
Oh, yeah, he probably ain't coming back.
I think he's done.
So are the Clippers.
How they done? They won up.
I mean nothing. Man.
You just hate the Clippers that much, dog?
No, I just stand on what I say. I'm so stubborn like that.
So you just a stubborn mule, huh?
Yeah, I ain't moving, nigga. I ain't budging.
Look, here's one thing for the Jazz. Jazz came out hot, shooting like crazy, making threes all over the place, doing what they normally do.
Right. No
Kawhi, but they ended quarter one only up by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ended the half only up 5 points. That has to be demoralizing to sit there and look at a team on the opposite side of the court, knowing that we should be blowing them out the damn water without their best player. They couldn't put them away. What do you do? That has to be demoralizing on your psyche, on your mental.
You gotta keep at it, man. You gotta stay the course. Don't let that bother you. No, one more game. Play game by game. But that you gotta make sure you win the next game.
Hey, can we put some respect on Ty Lue? Because I know everybody, wanted to say, "Oh, you got a championship with LeBron. You had Kyrie. It's easy to coach." It's not easy to coach LeBron. But he goes to the Clippers after Doc Rivers leaves, and he's making adjustments on the fly. That is working.
Yeah.
I mean, Reggie Jackson chipped in 22. I didn't see that coming. Marcus Morris just had 2 great games back to back. He dropped 25. Of course, Pacer P, 37. And then this dude, Terrence Mann, I don't know where the hell this guy comes from.
Shoot, nobody do. They probably ain't game plan for him.
Chipped in 13. But I mean, this was a overall team game.
It was.
And then you managed not to let Donovan Mitchell go off. Yeah, he got 21 points, but 6 for 19 shooting.
Right.
Their best scorer was Bogdanovich, 32 points, but he hit 9 threes.
Mm-hmm.
So that if I'm the Clippers, I'm like, well, hell, if we could do that on the road in that hostile environment, we should be able to recreate.
Go at home.
Look, I'm gonna say this: they need to win in this series in LA, because I don't. As much as I picked the Clippers to win the series, but to ask them to go back to Utah twice and pull off the same feat, that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, they don't have to do it though.
Oh! You saying already they getting game 6?
No. I'm just saying that's a lot to ask for. But they're gonna have to do it. They want to win the series. That's what I'm saying. But I still think Utah bounce back game 6 and go ahead and take it on out in Utah so they can celebrate on the court.
And sincere, I'm with you. I think Donovan played lazy last night because I think that ankle's starting to bother him more and more. And trust me, I'm not using it as an excuse, but same thing with Embiid. I'm not using his knee as an excuse. But when you're not getting the proper rest and you're playing Well, Donovan played 38 minutes.
Yeah.
He's not getting no rest. And everybody knows, we've all played sports. It's not fun to play on a bum ankle.
Mm-hmm.
It's no fun at all. You're not getting the same lift. You're not getting the same push off. You're not moving. Your mobility is not even nowhere close to what it normally is.
Right.
And so you're trying to overcompensate for your ankle, so you're exerting more energy. And so I think that kind of contributed to his lackluster performance last night.
I agree. I think you know, they gonna have to figure out something with Utah. Like I said, with Philly, they should have rested my man. You know, I don't understand why would you go into a series and not rest your best player, and it's just game one.
Yeah,
you know, all he needed was one solid game. He probably have been smooth. Let it rest, and don't play on it, and then come back and the rest of it. Now you already lost game one anyway.
Yeah.
And then with Donovan, they don't have a choice, unfortunately.
No, he has to play.
He has to play. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as much as I dog the Clippers, you still gonna need Donovan Mitchell to beat them. A healthy Donovan Mitchell. You know, so they don't have a choice. Their best thing was to try to put them away early so they can rest. But now that's out the picture. You
That's
know what
out the
I'm saying?
window.
That's out the window. Then if they do pull it off, you still facing a hot Phoenix team after that.
And nice
they
transition.
Really gonna need you.
Nice transition there, brother. Because speaking of the Phoenix Suns, CP3,
right?
He has entered the NBA Health and Wellness COVID-19 protocol, and that puts, depending on how this Clippers Jazz series go,
right?
There's a possibility because if the Clippers in the series tomorrow, game one of the Western Conference Finals will start on Sunday, and he would technically miss game one. Here's my issue with this whole protocol thing. So
the worst playoffs ever.
so wasn't it just 2 weeks ago that the NBA admitted that LeBron James violated the protocols? But he missed a game.
Right.
Now, I didn't see the reports for sure if CP3 contracted COVID or he was around somebody. But
they didn't really say a lot, but they kind of made it seem like he just was around it.
Yeah.
Because then they made reference to, if he been vaccinated, then his time out won't be as much. So that's another thing.
Which he did go on to jump, NBA to jump on ESPN. He did tell Matt Barnes that he has been vaccinated. So I don't know if this plays a part. And, the boys on TNT were talking about it last night. If he's able to test negative twice within a 24-hour period, and then it's like one more test and they all come up negative, they'll pretty much play him. But
right.
Here's the benefit of handling your business, getting that sweep against Denver, because you get this time to figure all this shit out.
Right. So even if you got to sit out for a minute, you got the time. You might still be able to play the first game, because if this go get 7 games, that's gonna give you plenty of time.
Yeah,
you get your 3 tests in and you done. But yeah, you're right about LeBron. It just, and I guess the NBA wasn't thinking about the fact that somebody else might catch it and gonna have to look at, looking at LeBron again. Like, okay, first everybody made a big thing about, letting LeBron play. He kind of died down a little bit, and I ain't think about another player catch it. Now another player catch it, or happen to be around somebody, because we don't know the facts. And now this question about favoritism pops up again, because like, okay, what's going on? How come LeBron was able to play, and now here's CP3 and possibly not be able to play at least the first game? He's a vital, a vital person to that Suns team, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair in the way of not only showing favoritism, but I don't think it's fair in the way that he says LeBron nigga. I don't think it's fair in the way that if you think that people say, well, no, it's a big game and they ain't gonna let LeBron say, well, it's a big game for Phoenix.
Huge game.
Huge game. It's the finals.
Not only is it, it's important to have your best players on the court. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is my thing with the hypocrisy on how the NBA is handling these so-called protocols with COVID, because we both said it. If you was just gonna let LeBron play, don't say a word about it. Right. Don't even mention it. But you put it out there that he habitually violated protocol. He's out there taking pictures with Drake. Michael B. Jordan, they partying. He's with his crew, with Maverick and all them, having a party.
With the side chick.
Allegedly. Yeah, because we ain't going to start no rumors. We going to start no rumors. Wait, come on, NBA. Like, where are you sitting on this line? Stop trying to go this way and bend certain rules for certain people. And we've admittedly said that we get it, because LeBron is a polarizing player. He's the bread and butter to the NBA.
Right.
He's that guy. But to sitting here and then kind of playing back and forth now that CP3, who is vaccinated, because they haven't released, LeBron hasn't released information if he's vaccinated or not.
Right.
So,
Mel said LeBron capping.
What's up, Mel? Shout out Melvin Wall, the Man Down Podcast Network. Y'all go check them out. But I'm just annoyed with the NBA's constant,
I mean, I here's my thing. You expect to see stuff like that when it comes to calls, because they did it throughout NBA since I've been watching NBA. Bird got certain calls, Magic did, Jordan did,
Kobe did. Yeah.
Kobe did. You expect that kind of preferential treatment. But when it comes to something like, quote unquote, it's supposed to be your health, the health of everybody, the health of the team, the health of the public, and you showing favoritism. Now, what if he actually had COVID? You know what I'm saying? He didn't get vaccinated, and he out there playing and spreading on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It should be bigger than LeBron when it comes to something like that.
Bingo.
So you can't say you care about everybody and care about health and care about this, and you allow him, to violate the protocol rules, and then let him play. And then turn around another player. But we don't have a lot of information on how he got it, or what, does he have it, or was it just he's been around people? We don't know. But still, you tell him he has to sit out and go through the whole protocol, which is crazy. What Melvin say?
LeBron ain't gonna make these injuries. It's because the NBA rushed to start this season, but LeBron was part of the crowd that forced to start it. We were supposed to touch on that in hour 2, but since Mel is in here, we're gonna talk about it now.
Yeah,
because LeBron, had his "I told you so" moment.
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man, like you can't have it both ways,
right?
You can't sit here and say
Go James is my dude, but
he is on some BS sometimes.
We're still talking about LeBron. Hey, we got to cover it all. We got to cover it all.
You got to cover it all. But look, here's my thing. LeBron had some points when you say, you're rushing, your resting period for players, and you could possibly put them into injuries. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my thing. Sometimes, LeBron, we don't like to hear from you.
I think it's about timing. Here's the thing. You just got to finish a disappointing season. And nobody want to hear none about injuries, all stuff like that, because make it sound like you making excuses now. You know.
Hey, Mel, what's the rule? If you ain't playing, go on vacation and shut the hell up.
Right. What's the serious say?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try to listen to Skip Bayless.
No. Because when I'm at work, I listen to Skip and Shannon, and Skip had a great point. I'm kind of paraphrasing what he said. Help me out, Sincere. But he's pretty much like, miss me with this. Miss me with what you're saying, LeBron. It was because, sometimes LeBron can contradict himself a lot.
Oh yeah.
And yes, he has some points on what he was saying, but we don't need to hear from you. Right. Not right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He should have waited till like, everything was over with and we deep into the summer, and then you can kind of bring that up. You know what I'm saying? But right after you got to losing a disappointing season, nobody want to hear that. It sounds like excuses.
Not only excuses, because it goes to the point of he's trying to make it about him at this moment,
right?
Because now you're trying to talk about injuries. I told everybody they didn't want to listen to me.
Who is this calling me?
And it's like, come on, LeBron.
Right.
You just be honest. Y'all had a bad season. And don't keep adding on, had we had a healthy AD or had,
hello?
Things going this way.
Yes, I was like, who is this? That's like, I don't know if I should answer this. It might be a bill collector. So.
Oh, Sincere.
They're talking about, you don't even know how much money I owe these niggas.
Yeah, people trying to dodge bill collectors. Damn, Sincere, bro. We trying to dodge them.
What up, Sincere? Oh, I don't hear that.
You lose them?
Nah, hold on. I gotta fix it.
I hear him.
Was about when it comes to injuries. It's just basically what I'm saying, a part of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're going into the playoffs, especially the biggest ability is availability.
Mm-hmm.
And even he just was saying, people kind of like when you go back and you look at the Golden State championship series when Kyrie got hurt. The Golden State won that championship.
Mm-hmm.
When they had money, if Kyrie wasn't hurt, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But people players are always going to get hurt. It's just a part of the game. You can't prevent it. You
right.
know what I'm saying? You can try to prevent it for as long as you can by doing the right things, you know what I'm saying, but
right.
It's just going to be one of them things, you know what I'm saying, where people are just going to get injured. Now they having a short and having a short off season,
mm-hmm.
did that contribute? Maybe. But the point Skip made was before last season ended, they had almost 5 months off because of COVID.
Right.
And LeBron benefited from that because he's 36 years old. He benefited to having 5 months off, 7 regular season games left, and then straight into the playoffs. I mean, you can't count on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can understand, what Skip was talking about in that particular thing, in that particular instance. So, yeah, Brian might have been out of pocket on that one, you know what I'm saying? But I can see what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get out with people. But if I had to say something,
I probably would have went with I probably didn't
on that one, you know what I'm saying? But I can see what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get out with people. But if I had to say something,
I probably would have went with I probably didn't fit
on that one, you know what I'm saying? But I can see what he's trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get out with people.
Yeah, I mean, just still on the phone. I probably would have went with Oh, why you ain't saying that?
Oh, because it's going backwards, man. I plugged you up to the roadcaster.
Yeah, I mean, just still on the phone.
It's repeating. It's repeating.
Why you ain't saying that?
Oh,
okay, got it.
I plugged you up to the.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. Do y'all thing, man. Hey, man. Hey, tell Mar he's still ugly, man. Okay, got it. All right, man. Do y'all thing.
All right, bye.
Hey, no, Sincere got great points. Injuries are part of the game, and I'm reading Mel's comments right here. Mel brings up a great point too.
What is it echoing?
I don't know, but LeBron had a great opportunity in the bubble to win the championship. Great opportunity. You know, I think we've all gone and said it before that the Lakers benefited the most of that break in between the COVID regular season and the bubble. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
You know, when you're aging and you're 36, you need that rest. And then, of course, you know, when you got paper mache Anthony Davis.
Oh, man, Anthony Davis is ridiculous.
You never know. Look, that man could probably hurt his wrist opening his car door. You never know. So when you benefit from that rest.
All right, cool.
And then all of a sudden, you know, you win a championship, you know, so you did have some downtime in between the bubble and the start of this compressed season. But here's the thing. If they don't play that this season on time, NBA's losing money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that affects everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, losing money for the NBA affects everybody. Not just the owners. That affects LeBron's pocket. That affects AD's pockets, Giannis' pockets, KD's pockets, Kyrie's pockets. It affects everybody. So, you know, and I was listening to Colin Cowherd. He brought up a point too. He wasn't feeling LeBron's comments because
I don't think nobody really was, man.
Well, because he's saying, you know, hey, don't rush the season, but you're talking about money at that point. If you don't get this season in,
right?
You know, and you know, kudos to Adam Silver because he's like, I'm trying to appease everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy with this situation, period. But owners want their money; they want their return on investment. Players want their money,
right? And I think Melvin's comment, you know, he made a good point. Is that if people that's thinking about how you rush everybody back during the bubble time because you had an opportunity to win, and then on the other end of the spectrum, when you talking about now you had to rush back to play the next season and you lose, now all of a sudden, oh, it's injuries, all because of this or that. That's why people don't want to hear that because when it benefits you, it's cool. When it don't benefit you, you got these excuses. Nobody want to hear that. Just take your loss like a man and keep it moving.
Especially when you get eliminated.
You know what I'm saying? Take your L, and you just got to come back next year.
No, damn it. Just go on vacation. You've been on vacation for at least a week and a half now. You've been eliminated for almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Go away.
Go away.
Look,
let these other people get their shine.
What player have you heard from that's been eliminated?
None.
LeBron.
That's it. Just him.
There's been multiple. I ain't heard. Well, now that we talking about it, there's been some stories that's been dropped today of 2 players. Of course, we just talked about the breaking news of Rick Carlisle not returning.
Right.
But there's rumblings that what's his name? Luka Doncic isn't happy. He isn't happy about the direction that the Mavericks are going. You know what I'm saying?
See that, really?
LeBron
like Pootie Tang.
Yeah, he is a sore loser. He's a sore loser.
He can't be a GOAT and be a sore loser. Just saying.
Well, obviously, he's the only one that's trying to play both roles.
Right. But anyway, you're saying look at Doncic, what now?
He's not happy with the with the Mavericks direction. I don't know if that Rick Carlisle resigning. No, Luka's not leaving.
No, he ain't going nowhere.
No, he ain't going nowhere.
He's just unhappy.
But I bet you he's going to have a big hand in who's going to be the next coach.
Right, and whoever other players going to come there too. He's going to try to probably get some people to come there with him, help him out.
Kristaps is gone. Kristaps is gone.
Definitely,
he's gone. And then I heard rumblings of Zion Williamson not happy with the Pelicans.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going nowhere no time soon.
Hey, you never know.
That's a franchise player.
Look, NBA is the only sporting league that where the players have a lot of control on what they do. Carlisle changed his offense from a free flowing constant ball move offense to the Luka only system. He still got fired.
Yeah, you're right. He should have stuck. He should have stuck with his guns. You're right.
KP contract is too big to move. Yeah, he in Dallas just paid him. They paid him after they trade him. Yes, and that's what I heard, Kenneth. Zion loves New York. And honestly,
that actually be a good spot for him.
Hey, look at it.
Depends on what New York got to do to get him. I think that's a key thing right there. It depends on what New York has to do to get him, whether or not that'd be good for New York or not. In the short term. Long term, maybe it may be good, but in the short term, it depends on what they have to give up to get him. Because I kind of like what New York has. They just need a few pieces here and there. So if you giving up that, breaking that nucleus up to get Zion, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. I guess I have to see what they have to give up.
Well,
he said money.
Oh. Here's the thing: Zion, if he leaves New Orleans, he won't get the biggest max contract. He'll stand to make more money staying in New Orleans. He'll still get paid in New York, but you got to look at the money he'll lose.
But New York and LA are the benefits.
But that's what I'm saying. He can make that up in endorsements. He can make that up in other things. Julius Randle was better than Zion. I wouldn't bring him to the Knicks just so he can do what he.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Melvin. I think if they can keep their basic nucleus and have Zion, they'd be smooth. I wouldn't give a Randall for him. That definitely I wouldn't do that. I like what New York has.
Yeah,
that's why I said it depends on what they have to do to get them. If they got to give up too much, then it's not worth getting them.
First of all, the Knicks don't. Knicks need a solid point guard and maybe one or two more shooters.
Right, preferably somebody that's not old.
Yes,
someone young.
So I don't see. I'm with both of y'all. I giving up Julius Randle to get Zion.
Because I can't see New Orleans not asking for more than one player for Zion.
First of all,
what players would you give up for him? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But not only that, Zion still has to develop more than just his inside game. Right now, he's just a darker Blake Griffin right now.
Right.
I mean, he's just going to jump out the gym, do some post moves, get in the paint, but he has to develop his game to be more threatening.
Right.
And that's a great point, Mel. Hey, what is Zion and Julius going to do on the court together? First of all, who's ball handling? You know what I'm saying? And there's no for certain that Derrick Rose is going to return to the Knicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's getting up there in age. You prefer to have, like I said.
So let's say this: where would be a good fit for him outside of New Orleans?
Zion.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I don't know, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Where can you send him? I think that's why I think he's better off staying where he's at, and hopefully the Pelicans will put some pieces around him, than trying to go somewhere else. What Melvin said, that contract based on his highlights and his name alone, but in actuality, he is better suited as number 3 best player. Well, okay, I can see that. I can see that. That goes to my point. And Kofi said Charlotte.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. Put him with LaMelo.
I can see that.
The new rookie of the year.
Right, I can see that. I can see Charlotte might be a good place. But I think he's still better off where he's at.
Pelicans better be building around Ingram, not Zion. Yeah, because sincere, I'm with you on that because I think Brandon Ingram's game is more well-rounded than what Zion brings to the table right now. Look, kind of what Mel said. Zion is a highlight reel.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's gonna get you dunks. He's gonna get you highlight dunks. He's gonna get you highlight blocks. But when the rubber meets the road, do you think is he gonna be available to give you that big shot?
I think the Hornets will pass. They get more from Bridges, dunks, highlights, and 3-point shooting, but not right. Okay,
that's a fair point, Mel. That's a fair point. Because I
so it goes
like
back to what I was saying. He better off where he's at.
Ingram emo. Hey, it's them Duke players, man. It's something about them Duke players. They just don't translate to the NBA. like. I mean, right now, I mean, you can say Grant Hill had a great career.
Yeah.
I
mean, Elton Brand had a decent career,
but injuries bit him.
Yeah,
injuries bit him.
I mean, you still got Kyrie.
Well, that's a given. You know, Kyrie's career is the way he's keep playing, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Right.
But then again, it don't take much to be a Hall of Famer right now in the basketball world. That's a conversation for another day. Christian Laettner, you know, he had longevity, not
he had
necessarily.
longevity. He had longevity. Oh, Stackhouse. Stackhouse, North Carolina.
Now Stackhouse of Tar Heel.
Yeah, Tar Heel.
Come on, New York. Come on. You damn Yankees. You damn New York people, Kenneth.
But yeah, I can't see no other player from Duke. Who am I missing?
Okay, JJ Redick.
I'll give you that. JJ Redick was more like a role player.
But he played his role. But
he's a good role player. He's a good role player. So I guess I give you that.
If you need a 3-point shot, you know, I look. I'll put it like this: I'd rather have JJ Redick taking my 3-point shot than Chris Middleton.
Yeah, well, shoot, I'm sure Milwaukee feel the same way. Feel the same way.
But since we're on the topic of Duke players, so Kyrie Irving has already been ruled out for tonight's game. Okay. Oh, how'd I forget Jason Tatum? You right? I was
gonna say with JD, but he had an okay career. He had an okay career. Hill, Tatum, and Kyrie, I'm with you on that. Redick, and Elton Brand, just injuries. But out of all of them, only 2 of them I could say maybe 3, if you count Grant Hill, were superstars. Battier was a good role player.
Yeah, Shane Battier was a good role player. His basketball IQ was dope. His basketball IQ was dope, though.
He was.
So that gives. I'll put Shane Battier. I'm with you on that, man. I'll put Shane Battier in there. Right. But speaking of Duke players, so Kyrie Irving has already been ruled out for tonight's game. Game 6. Brooklyn has a chance to end the series against Milwaukee. They're saying James Harden is available. Now, what are you expecting from James Harden?
What he did last time?
Be a decoy?
I mean, but it worked. It worked for him. When you look at it like this, you know, he can still direct, he can still pass. So even if he get scoring for him, KD scored the way he was scoring last game, you know what I'm saying? And the other players kind of step up. If he just do the bare minimum, they got a good chance of winning.
Boy, where the hell did Jeff Green get that game from? And I'm with you on that too, Mel. Here's what I say to that. We had talked about this before. So what is that's what I want to say. So where's that guideline of saying, hey, I'm gonna help out my team and play, or I'm gonna sit out and think about what this injury can do for the rest of the season or rest of my career. Because a lot of times you say I'm gonna go ahead and play, because I want to help my team. We all play sports. I played through injury before, or I injure myself and keep going. But then what about that long-term effect? And look,
what about that effect if he don't play for the finals?
I feel you on this. But But looking at what James did, and this is crazy for him to just all of a sudden be able to play, and he played 46 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm with you on that, Mel, is I'm afraid he may get injured worse by playing is because, you know, you just came
Melvin.
It's because you literally played 46 minutes on one leg. I mean, it was evident just looking at James. He couldn't lift off. He couldn't, you know, that step back didn't even happen. You know, his shooting wasn't good at all.
Right.
But you know,
but see that's my
but
my
him,
problem.
but just being on the court, still Milwaukee still had to pay attention to him.
But seeing that's my problem. He was only one dimensional, and that's why I spoke about on Monday. It's like why they didn't take advantage of that if you Milwaukee. You know, and that goes back to what we said earlier today about coaching. You know what I'm saying? You have to recognize the mismatch. You have to recognize where, you know, you have the advantage and take advantage of that. That's what good coaches do.
Yeah.
If you know he can't move laterally, you be taking to the hole all day long. He's either going to foul you or they're going to double team and you kick it out to the open guy. That's going to be an all day thing, and they can't stop that. And they just allow him just to be a decoy. That don't make any sense.
Got rid of him to let Westbrook shine after that. He's always been on bad teams that had a heart. Yeah, that heart condition. A lot of teams were worried about his heart condition.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but no, you're not wrong, man. I've always thought that Jeff Green was always a solid player, but for him that performance that he put on the other night was crazy. That was nuts, and still, you know,
I think that too, Mel.
Blake Griffin still chipped in 17 points, and honestly, I'm surprised at Blake's performance on how he's been able to his defense that he's been playing against Giannis. You know, he's not giving no easy free buckets to Giannis. He's not, and he's taking hella charges. That's you know, he's taking a lot of charges from Giannis, and that's not an easy feat to keep getting up from that. And you know, we all know how fragile Blake's body is too. So you know, he's made out of dry spaghetti noodles too.
Right.
So
yeah, he ain't bad as AD though.
No, he ain't bad as paper mache AD.
Man, a good win to crack his bones.
Now, look. Anthony Davis will break his tailbone after a big fart. So let's be honest. Let's call that what that is.
Right.
You know, so I mean, I'm not sure how James Harden is going to fare scoring wise. You know, and I'm not expecting him to be James Harden, but if he could chip in 8 dimes like he did last time, you know. Obviously, the Bucks aren't changing their game plan, and
that's the problem. That's the issue. That's the issue, man.
You
got like we said from the very beginning of this series. Stop shooting all the threes you ain't making them. You know,
body him in the paint.
Not only that, when you see that you got a mismatch with James Harden, take advantage of it.
Got to.
That's a gift. You know what I'm saying? That's a gift. And then he wasn't scoring, so you ain't have to. You know what I'm saying? You had to worry about his scoring too. I'm like, man, they need to get that coach need to come talk to me.
Yeah, hey, don't be surprised if they lose this series if Budenholzer is out.
Right. Jeff Green had a better game with Boston. He was supposed to help that sinking ship after the big three. Jeff is a low-key star, very low-key. I think he is better than Jaylen Brown, Middleton, Haywood, and a lot of the other stars. Okay, all-star forward. Okay, I give you that.
Bold statement there, Mel, but, you know, I can't really come up with anything to rebut it. So, you know, I'm going to rock with you there until I come up with a rebuttal. It might
let me
take
do my
some
research.
Days. Yeah, let me do some. Well, here's my thing. I'm not big on Chris Middleton. I'm not big on Gordon Hayward. You know, Mr. Finessa himself. So, you know, I'll rock with you on there. Jaylen Brown, I think they're probably more comparable, probably on the same line. But if you take Jeff Green's IQ, that might put him over the edge, his basketball IQ. So, but look, y'all, we're going to say goodbye right here on the live stream. But like I said, go on over to your respective app store. If you are an Apple iOS user, go over to your Apple store. If you're a Google Android user, go over to the Google Play Store and download the I.O.W Network app. Because right now, hour number 2, we are over on the I.O.W Network. See y'all over there, y'all.
See y'all over on the app, y'all.
The I.O.W Network.
I.O.W Sports. I.O.W Sports. I.O.W Sports.
You there, bro?
I'm here.
All right.
Do you have an upcoming event